of water, and then I sit down, I'm like, "Perfect." And then I'm like, "Where are my cards?" They're always, like, right here. Um, and they weren't, but I got them anyway. So I'm a couple minutes late, but I'm not crying, and that's an improvement over yesterday. You know what I mean? You don't, because you weren't with me, but just trust me. Ah, okay. Okay. Hello. It is it's Friday, and it is May 10th. I always double check. Always double check, but it is somehow 10 days into May. So Instagram, as soon as I signed on and went live, told me that it was having that connection issue. So I took my Wi-Fi off that phone. So does my voice sound weird to anybody else, or just Claudia? That seems to be the quickest fix when it like does that, as opposed to going off and on. I don't know why it does that, but okay, okay. Hi, Amanda. Hi, everybody. Hi, Cindy. I don't know how it's the 10th. For those on YouTube, can you see Gloria just like snaking around over there? Do you see her moving? She's like at the bottom, right where my finger is. Um, she's not supposed to be like running around in the morning. I've got to feed this snake, guys. She's very hungry and she won't eat the things I'm offering to her. And I'm having so many meltdowns about this because she's my baby angel and she's so sweet. And I just need her to eat because she's getting very small. Um, you know, she was 103 grams and now she's 101 grams. And if she drops below 100, they're going to have to force feed her and she's going to hate that, right? So I ordered some fancy African rats off the internet. They're not here yet, but maybe she will like those better. And I'll try again today. But you see her? She's just roaming around. She was hanging out with me this morning. She's so sweet, but I just need her to eat. I need her to eat. So send your vibes for this snake to eat her stupid mouse. It's unbelievable. But this is my life now. Um, but anyhow, here we are, 10 days into this month. So we are, what was I going to say to you about things today? It's been like a rough week for me. This new moon like really took me on a ride because I was like so awesome on Wednesday. Like I actually had magicals inside of me on Wednesday and like just really like like stuff was coming back and I did some serious manifesting, felt really good about it. And then I just woke up crying on Thursday. And lots of things happened on Thursday that were like really fucking stupid and not necessary to all happen in one day. So that is that too. But then I got my period in the middle of all of it yesterday, which was good. I needed it. But it was like I don't know, such a drastic shift. You know what I mean? And it was such a long day. So now here I am on this Friday. Here you are with me. And how was your vibes? I'm seeing a lot of other people were also up and down and all around, but maybe not everybody. So why don't we do a quick check in and then we'll get to our cards for today. 1 to 10. One is not good. 10's good. How are you? How's your vibe? Yeah, do you see her, Alex? Oh, she's so freaking cute. If you look in my stories on Instagram, she was hanging out with me while I was making coffee this morning, and she just like lets me kiss her little cute face and like pet her head. Like usually snakes don't like that, you know what I mean? But she's just like a baby angel, so gentle. She needs to be less gentle so she can, attack a rodent and eat it. I feel like I've lived so many versions of myself in the last week or 2. Mhm. I hear that. Martha's feeling a 3. 6 to 7. Solid 7, 8 with moments of 10 and 4. Claudia, that about sums it up, doesn't it? 8, Christine doesn't know. Christine's like, "What numbers what are numbers?" That's so fair. That's so fair. Anna's a 7. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna like, I don't know numbers and numbers don't know me. I'm actually drinking some water. I actually found something that I'm not sure if it's like cancer causing, but it actually makes this water taste good for now. And I have a serious problem with drinking water. Like, I'm crazy. Um, and this is the sugar-free liquid IV white peach. And I just put a little sprinkle. Amanda's like 8.5, but everyone around me is 1 to 4. So my heart hurts for so many folks right now. Amanda, is the common denominator in the 1 to 4 folks that they have some man in their lives making them insane? Because I'm just curious about that common denominator. You know what I mean? Mm, all right. So, what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, well, hi. Let's get to some. Let's get to some coffee and magic. Okay. Okay. Good. Good, but also. mm, if you're new, which I don't see a whole lot of new faces today, but of course I can't see your faces, so what a thing to say. But if you are new, Coffee Magic is where we tap into the energy and pull some cards. I'll pull 3 pulls from here, and you choose which one's for you based off of 3 random things that I'll give you. Whatever feels like a vibe for you, you choose that, drop it in the comments, and then I do 3 separate pulls from here and give you your messages. If you would like to donate to Coffee Magic, you can do that through the link in my bio on Instagram or on TikTok or on my website, sarahamala.com. And we are about to start enrolling for the Normalized Magic Workshop Season 6. And I'm excited for that. That will be our summer season, right? Take us right through the summer. If you are interested in joining that community and connecting with us, you can send me a DM or go to my website. Make sure you're on the email list, and I'll be sending out emails very shortly for registration. All right, that's about it. Our 3 things today. We're doing snakes. Can you believe it? Okay, so we have a rat snake, a ball python, and a Burmese python. Okay, and if you're asking yourself, what's the difference between a ball python and a Burmese python? Well, if you can Google it, but a Burmese python is going to be very large and very snaky, whereas the ball python is Gloria, who it looks like a little boob. Okay, so rat snake, ball python, Burmese python. Just feel into it and like choose it. You know what I mean? So rat snake, ball python, Burmese python. Those are your 3. Choose which one you're feeling today, and that will correspond with your pull. Okay? Okay. Okay. Well, and if all 3 are speaking for you, take all the snakes, right? She's still bopping around. I've got a mouse thawing now. I'm going to try again today. And I do have a vet appointment set up for her on Tuesday. Just if it doesn't work out, and the vet said she'll give her a B12 shot that may help stimulate her appetite and all the things. I need this snake to be okay because, like, I am really attached to her now. Like, do you know what I mean? She's like my puppy. Hi, Janelle. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Again, if you're just joining, your choices this morning are rat snake, ball python, and Burmese python. I am shuffling right now for rat snake. Rat snakes are cool. Who am I anymore? You know what I mean? So weird. But I like it. I like being unpredictably weird all the time. Just kind of riding the wave, you know? Okay. Oh, another all three. Okay. Again, drop your choice in the comments. I'm shuffling for rat snake. We have rat snake, ball python, Burmese python. Tell me when you're ready for rat snake. Ball like a ball jar or a ball that you throw. Or you can just say the glorious snake. She's so freaking cute. Do you see her? Look at her. She's just all over. Ugh, Gloria. Like, I mean, I don't mind that she's around during the day, but that's just not what's supposed to be happening with her. Okay. Um, this is your rat snake. Your choices are rat snake, ball python, or Burmese python. And you're ready. Here we go. Truth, the bee, and the earth fairy. Did we have this last time? Looks, I don't know. I feel like I've pulled these cards recently. And I just don't know. All right. Anyway, this is your rat snake. So you have truth, the bee, and earth fairy. All right. So putting these together because they are directly connected. Okay. There is something going on with your body right now. Okay. And like, I don't want to, I feel like we've had a lot of years where it's been like, oh, there's like immense upgrades happening and our bodies are catching up and all this stuff. But that's not really what this message is. Something is shifting with your body in the way that you connect to it and the way that it communicates with you. Right. So we have been really trained not to find our truth from ourselves, generally speaking, right? We are very much as a society trained to find truth in an external source. So, you know, I think this, but I have to go, have several other people affirm it for me. I have to go look up on the internet or find, you have to find outside sources to decide whether or not thing you feel is actually true for you. Okay. In this poll here, in this poll here, the shift is checking with yourself first and having that be the heaviest affirmation needed before you move a certain direction. Okay. So, and also like obviously running it through your body. This new way of connecting with energy and making choices, decisions, all that kind of stuff is going to open up a totally new way of just existing on this planet for you. Because think about it. If your whole life has been feeling something, but not trusting it unless somebody else validates it for you are basically living in this constant state of like trying to find affirmation, right? But if your affirmation lives within you, you no longer need to rely on other people or other institutions to tell you what's true for you. You're very like you have everything you need in this one compact vessel, right? Not to say you don't run things by people or not to say you don't value someone else's opinion, but to say you don't value other people's opinion more than the feeling you have for yourself. Because at the end of the day, these are your choices, right? So that shift is happening, rat snake people. And what is that going to do for you? Lots of buzzy vibes. It's going to make you feel pretty good. It's going to lead you pretty directly into a success that you have been hoping for, but wasn't, you may have been like feeling like, oh, maybe it's never going to happen. It'll be like that, like that. Okay. Ooh, my snaps were good. You hear that? Oh, I don't think I've ever snapped so hard in my life. Okay. Anyway, that's your rat snake. Shuffling now for ball python. Hi, Theron. Hello, 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 everybody. That was the Earth Fairy. All right. If you're just joining us, your choices for today are rat snake, ball python, and Burmese python. I just did rat snakes, and now we're about to pull for ball python. If you missed any of it, you can always catch the whole thing once I'm finished on my Instagram or on my YouTube. And again, if you'd like to donate, the donation links are in my Instagram and TikTok bios. All right. Here we go. Oh, those are stuck together, but that's what they are. Okay. Tell me when you're ready for ball python. Ready. Okay. So this is your oh my God, this is your ball python. You have butterfly, forgiveness, and the hawk. All right. So ball python friends, what do we have going on here? All right. Um so the forgiveness card is for some of you, but not all of you. So I'm going to talk about the forgiveness card first and then how it connects in, and then you can decide if it's for you or not. It feels like it's not for everybody. So, for those of you who it is for, the forgiveness card is basically that some things have happened over the past week or so. Actually, it feels like that have brought old um old stories up, okay? Ways in which you have let yourself down, okay? And the re-emergence of these old stories has possibly put you in a little bit of a spin, right? Because you're just like, I thought I didn't ever want to see those again. And they're like, look, here it is. But the reason those old stories are coming up because they're not resolved, right? And the things you've been asking to be a part of now require that the story of you have a little bit of a shift, right? Because if you are still in an old story but asking for new energy, those things are not compatible. So for those of you for whom for the forgiveness card is, whatever has happened over that past week that has really like dredged up some old stories, if you haven't already figured out what the message is there and like done the resolving, it's really just forgiving yourself for your participation in the things that have caused you perceived pain or hurt. And I say perceived because as you move into this next adventure, you're going to see, just like we always do, that you really wouldn't have changed anything because you have no fucking idea what life would be like if you changed one thing, right? It's just like that book I'm reading. Um, it's unfair to postulate on that because too many things would be changed. However, right? If you didn't have all of the experiences you had up until this point, you would not have found yourself here today. Okay. The you that we are currently interacting with wouldn't exist. So why bother worrying about it, right? But can you forgive all those past versions of yourself for the things that just, oof, right? They've been heavy. They've been heavy. So that is for some people, that's been coming back around. Now, for the rest of you, hawk and butterfly. It's a very flying high card spread for ball python. And even with this in it, even if the forgiveness is in it, shit's going your way. And that might feel very confusing for you, right? Because you're like, like I'm going through this thing, but also things are working out. They're going to continue to work out. And it doesn't even matter if you like continue to doubt it or whatever, because it's going to be so loud in your face that it's like, fine, I give up. Like things are working out. You know what I mean? Because the hawk is here to give you those those magical synchronistic vibes, just to like let you know you're in flow. And the butterfly is here to like show you the beauty in all of the bullshit you're getting into, right? Right? So it's good. It's like, yay, go. You're doing a good job. All the snaps. Okay. That is your ball python. The last one is going to be Burmese python. Ooh, we weren't ready for that yet. Did that make sense for you, my ball python friends? Did we have like a faction of people for whom the forgiveness card was hitting and some it wasn't? You better tell me. Awesome. Hello, Oracle. Hello, hello. Hi, Suzette. Hello, Diosa and Anne. Good morning. Okay. We're shuffling for the last one. This is Burmese python. If you just joined, the choices today were rat snake, ball python, and Burmese python. And you can watch the full thing when I'm finished here if you wanted to get one of those. Wow. This is Burmese python. Tell me when you're ready. We have some energies happening today, don't we? Okay. So here's your Burmese python. We have the dragon, the mystery, and a spider. Okay. So dragon, mystery, and spider. This is your Burmese python. Okay. So, oh boy, what's happening? A lot looks like. Um, have a great day. Okay. So, okay. What am I gonna say here about this one? This is kind of like a right. It has like that vibe. I mean, do you feel it? I feel it. Um, so spider is like, what do I keep hearing? Anyway, the spider is like new projects, right? Your creativity is coming back. You're starting to feel like alive again, right? Uh-oh, right? Oh my God. So what's happening? So spider is like new projects, creativity, waking, and all of that. And then you have the the vibiness of the dragon, like with all that fire energy, right? It's like, and now it's breathing life into your projects, into these ideas you're having, right? And then you have the mystery because what's life without a little mystery, right? Well, sort of. The mystery is like just trust the process, right? Just trust the process. But it is actually um, saying that, like just trust the process, right? A lot of the times we have an inner requirement for literally everything where we want to know that what we've started will be successful. And therefore, we create a metric and follow the metric because at the end of the metric, it's supposed to be successful. And I don't know, how has that worked for you? You know, because typically, if you think about it, if you, for example, like let's say I created a course that was like, create your best business in 90 days. And I give you all these worksheets and little lectures and yada, yada, yada. And I say, like, guaranteed, if you follow my method, you will, create this very successful business based off of doing all these steps. If at the end of those 90 days and you did everything, you haven't created that successful business, whose fault is it? Right? Is it my fault for creating a program that didn't work? Or is it your fault because you maybe missed a step, right? Maybe you didn't apply the steps perfectly. Maybe you didn't like really do all of the lessons the way you're supposed to, right? Like it creates a rubric for failure, actually, that is all about you, right? It's all about your faults and how you may have not done it right, not that the system itself is absolute malarkey. Because basically, I created a program out of my ass, right? I didn't, but I'm just saying this is a metaphor. I created this program out of my ass and I was like, if you do all these things, you'll have a business, right? And then I'm saying if you don't do it right, that's not my fault. Like you must not have brought the magic to the program, right? It keeps us going, looking for the next thing and saying, like, I just have to get better at it. I have to get better at it. And I'm saying all of that to say that that's not really the way that things work for us anymore in this energy. Not that they really worked before, but like it's getting to a point where that doesn't really like hit. Do you know what I mean? So instead of trying to find somebody else's cliff notes or, structures or creating this list of like, if I do this, then this, and it'll be successful. How about you just skip to the part where it feels successful and ask yourself, what is that version of me going to do today? Right? How does it feel to have created what I want to create, to embody this, to live it? It's manifesting deep within the feeling zone. Okay, and that's really what the mystery is telling you. It's saying, like, the rules are just there to make you feel safe and to kind of like compartmentalize the energy. Maybe you don't need them as much anymore, right? What is it that you want to feel? How will it feel? How does it feel, right? And how do you then allow that energy to find you? And asking yourself is like you wake up in the morning, right? And you say, well, this is the energy I am now. So what does that person do, right? What's the choice that that person makes today? And try it for a few days and like see how all of these things might just come together in a way that feels very easy. And then don't be scared that it's easy because sometimes we think if it's easy, it must be wrong. But now we're like flipping that on its head too. Am I making sense? I feel like I went like on a real journey with that little metaphor. But that's what I wanted to say. So, anyway, long story short, though, with my Burmese Python friends, is that, yeah, you are in flow. You have the fiery power energy, you have the thoughts and ideas, and you don't need anybody else to tell you how to do it. Just trust. Just trust. Okay? And actually, um I want to actually say something about that in regards to my business, right? Because I don't create business courses that promise you're going to have a successful business in 90 days. But, I do have a workshop, right? And I was thinking, especially after Wednesday's workshop, because it's like I woke up again. I've been doing these workshops for a long time, years, one might say. Some people have been with me since 2018, which is really fucking crazy because that was 6 years ago. Do you know how many Sarahs have been here since 2018? And some of you guys have been bopping along with me through every single one of those transformations. And I was thinking to myself, like, what is the value of the normalized magic workshop? Like, what is the value that I'm bringing, like, in my to me, what do I think I'm bringing, um and what would I want if it were me in the workshop? And I think it's not a rubric, it's not a guideline, it's not a how to at all. It's the witnessing, right? It's the witnessing, it's the community to like bounce ideas off of, to have people along for the journey, but the witnessing. It's like so much happens in such a short amount of time that is so huge, right? Let it be documented, let it be witnessed. And for this next iteration of workshop, that's going to be my focus with you guys, to really create something for you that allows you to look back and say, this is where my energy was in 2024. And this is where my energy is in 2025. Look what's happened. Look at the growth I've had. Look at the journey I've been on so that you can have something like a physical something that you can look back on and say, this has been documented for me. Because I find that so valuable, but it's hard to do, right? Especially it's hard to do when like you're just like in all the crazy vibes, right? So that is what my goal is for season 6 of the workshop, is to create this container for you that allows you to then look back. Even like it's a 12-week long workshop, right? Even looking back from like week 1 to week 12, a lot happens in 3 months. You know this already. But having those like markers and having that witnessing is what I'm going to be really focusing on, giving you something tangible that you can look back at and say, this was the vibe, this is what I was doing, this is how I was feeling, this is how I was thinking, and collectively in our group see how we've grown together as well. So that's my thought, especially when we kind of move into that space of the mystery. So much changes all the time, but like seeing our growth is magnificent, right? Because we did that exercise on Wednesday looking back at 2018, 2021, and 2024. And that was wild to see how much has happened in the past 6 years. And now here we are on the precipice of yet another jump. And I know we all feel that. So cool. That's what's happening. If you're interested in learning more about the workshop, shoot me a note, email, DM, whatever. But I will be sending out registration information next week, probably actually next week, and we'll get rolling. I don't think we're taking much of a break this time because summer's going to be starting and we want to be in it. So I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a really good weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend. So there is that. And I will see you on Monday at 9. Love you. Mwah. Goodbye, friends.